The great and ancient city of Neketaka, Serpent's Head, is so old that its foundations are said to predate the Great Huana Cataclysm of legend. It is the only existing Huana city that dates back to the ancient times, resettled after an ancient cataclysm called the Old City, to collapse deep into the cavern below the city. The tribe responsible, Kahanga, has rose to prominence as a result of the restoration and its intense efforts established the city as a major hub of commerce, diplomacy, and of course, intrigue. In recent years, the native Huana population had been crowded by the arrival of the Vailian and Rawatalian colonists, traders, and soldiers. Both Rawatai and the Vailian republics have carved out their own districts of the great city where trade, defense, and other interests are represented. The Huana royalty reside on the peak of the mountain, with districts reserved for artisans, priests, foreign outposts, and labor quarters situated along the slopes. The stone lanes, towering structures, and cleanly divided districts of Neketaka fly in the face of the Huana's traditional tribal society, and many view the city as a dramatic shift in values. Despite its contradictions, the progress and prosperity that Neketaka has come to represent have inspired many an ambitious Huana to leave their village and embrace the city and its opportunities. As of 2828 AI, the city has over 120,000 inhabitants, predominantly island Amoa, followed by ocean folk, coastal Amoa, savanna folk, mountain dwarves, and other races. It is ruled as a limited monarchy by Queen Anikazo II and the Kahanga tribe. The principal gods worshipped in the city are Helia, Ondra, Magran, and Berth. The city is an economic powerhouse, exporting palm oil, rice, cocoa, pearls, teak, koiki fruit, and luminous adra, while importing wheat, cotton textiles, leather, silk, marble, svef, and white leaf. We're tracking down an old elf named Oswald. Actually, before we go down, let's see if there's anything else here. I have a journal to go give him. Who's this odd character? A fire, godlike woman polishes a pair of stalks, tending to them with the fondness of a mother for her favorite child. The room is dim, illuminated only by the glow of her steel-forged skin. Her eyes burn with the light of Magran's fire. When she hears me enter, she shoots me a look of utter contempt.
I will give you an experience you won't soon forget.
A fiery one, I take it. Oh, my. She likes torturing. People come here to be tortured. A giant paddle. Tell me about yourself.
I must assume the question beneath your question is how a fire godlike came to find herself in a place such as this.
She leans back against a wall of chains. They clank and rattle, and she smiles at the sound.
Perseverance. Being as I am, I have been forced to find it for myself. Now I teach it to others. To live in a world as a thinking, feeling creature, it is difficult. It demands strength.
Go on.
But we cannot always be strong. I help those who have lost their strength to find it again.
She wraps a chain around her arm and tugs. The steel links glow red with forge fire where they touch her skin. Okay, thank you. It's not the experience I'm looking for. Just walk into people's rooms. Hello? A burly dwarven man hums a jaunty tune to himself as he fastidiously organizes his collection of scented oils. When he hears me enter the room, he greets me with a smile and a humongous outstretched hand. His grip is strong and sure.
Come to seek ablutions for your sins?
He slaps his knee with a bark of laughter.
Get it? Ablutions? Absolution? Ha! I crack myself up. Gets me every time.
He wipes a tear from his eye, still chuckling.
Massage? Bath? Whatever you need. Just ask.
How'd you end up here?
Oh, you don't want to hear about that. I lived a boring life, so there wouldn't be much to the telling.
He crosses his 6 arms over his chest. A slight blush spreads across his cheeks. Indulge me.
Truth be told, my real passion is pottery. Trouble is, I got these big hands. Not meant for delicate work.
He turns his hands palm up for me to inspect. Just one is easily large enough to cover my entire face.
Worked out in the end, of course. Now I specialize in relieving tension in the Maua and death godlike.
Death godlike. He nods to himself. But you seem bored here.
I guess I can't hide my feelings as well as I thought I could.
Gives me a nervous chuckle and scratches at his beard.
The stability's good and all, but I haven't seen anything that gets my blood pumping in ages. You know what I mean?
What's life without a little excitement?
Doing the same old thing day in, day out. It's enough to make a man leap from the nearest window.
He nods vigorously. Oh, you can come with me, be part of the crew.
Where to?
He raises an inquisitive brow, his large hands previously dancing with restless energy still. You know that 700-foot tall statue made of Audra? I'm going after it.
No kidding.
He nearly drops a bottle of massage oil in his excitement.
I like to see something like that for myself.
You may not think so afterwards, especially if he attacks you. He sighs, a wistful edge in his voice.
Do you think I could come with you? Just for a bit.
Sure. Grab your things, then, and let's go.
Hell! You don't have to tell me twice.
Another crew member, another mouth to feed. See him on the ship, I suppose. It says Kuaru clothing. Stuff we can sell.
Will do.
What's this? Books. Scroll of Blessing.
Have you got any leads on that mad old goat yet?
Here's the journal. Khan flips through Oswald's journal, then stops and looks up at me, eyes wide. Someone has hastily scrawled the broken crown symbol of Wudica across the last page. Khan mutters to herself. She traces the symbol with her fingers and frowns.
Oh, Oswald, you really stepped in it now, haven't you? Getting mixed up with Woodikins? You damned old fool.
She shakes her head sadly and closes the journal with a snap.
Where could they have taken him?
She chews on her lower lip with uneven teeth and mutters to herself. You must have sailed through half the Deadfire to get to Neketaka. Anything catch your eye?
Not really. To be honest, I spent most of the trip out from Defiance Bay, bent over the bulwark, giving Andra a taste of my innards. I hate boats.
You and me both. Khan laughs a little, mostly to herself. She seems to only half hear me, her thoughts wandering elsewhere. A faint trace of a smile forms on Adair's lips. Seraphin's eyes close as he nods along. Shoti lifts her chin in interest.
Damn, if only I could find that captain who gave us passage to the Deadfire. Bet he'd know. Wait a tick.
She blinks, remembering.
When our ship neared Neketaka, the bosun told me about a weird temple on an island in the Karatapu Channel, southwest of the city. She wouldn't tell me what it was for, though. Got real spooked when I asked.
Weird temple. Sign me up.
Go take a look then, and let me know what you find.
She marks the location on my map with a flourish.
With any luck, you'll catch the old goat there in one piece, and we'll both leave here with some weight in our purse.
It's a lot of money. 60%
Ahoy,
of...
Captain. If I could bend your ear a moment, I'll be aiming to thank you for bringing me aboard.
Okay, I was going to say 60% of 5,000 compared to what I have now is quite a bit. A furred hand at his belly and one heel out, he bows deeply, drooping ear almost touching the ground.
You run a tight shop, and you ain't no terrible person neither. It'd be a welcome change from the gentleman of leisure.
Tell me about the gentleman of leisure.
The gentleman is only the finest ship among the Principi, and Captain Ferrante our most respected shipmaster. It were 2 honors and a half to be chosen to join his crew.
I detect a button there.
Aye, you ain't wrong. Joining the gentleman meant leaving the sorcerer, leaving the only family I've ever known.
Family.
I never knew no kin till the sorcerer. They be my salt family. And to me, that'd be better far than blood.
Salt family, I get it. Why were you willing to leave the crew to join mine?
Now don't sell yourself a Suole short, Cap, nor me neither. I know an opportunity when I bought it.
Chuckles.
I'd seen what there were to be seen upon the gentlemen, learn what ropes were to be learned. Methinks a watcher after a dead god'll thrust me into an whole new set of eye openings.
Probably would.
And believe you me, I do appreciate myself a good thrust.
He grins. Okay. Well, you're welcome.
I've a gift for you. This trinket be from one of the first ships I hunted. Malnage would have snatched it had I not found a perfect hiding spot.
Oh, thanks for the gift, Seraphim.
You be entirely welcome. Now, if you'll pardon me, I've roundabout reached my limit for sentiment.
Seraphim salutes, grinning broadly, and turns away. Cypher's shackle. Oh, I see. Where would this be? Well, I'm already wearing Wise Teeth necklace. Why don't you wear it, Seraphim? Give you something to wear. Ring of Overseeing. Juana Charm Belt. Shouldn't this go to Adair? We could use this. What is this? Dragon Pendant. Additional effects. Grants a Breath of Flames. I wonder if Shoti couldn't use this, but she has a necklace on. So does Aloth. Oh, everyone has a necklace now. Okay.
Aye, I'll give her a bad rap.
We've got more work. We've got to go to the north of where we are, to that alley. Out and find somebody and kill them and sink their ship. It's getting late. We're in there for
You'd
quite
be
a while.
better off mooning after someone with half a foot between her ears, lass.
You can't dictate what the heart wants, Seraphim. Thought you, of all people, would know that.
Well, the art can be a right stupid git sometimes. It don't always deserve your listening.
What did Seraphim say? You'd be better off mooning after someone with half a thought between their ears, lass. Okay, so dockside, the back alley's up there. This is the Vailian Trading Company. It probably is a little late to be going in there right now. Salt. Oh, it's we duck down into the canal and find ourselves kneeling before an iron grate. The reek of sewage wafting from the other side is powerful enough to bring a tear to your eyes. The iron bars are set firmly into the surrounding brick, barring any passage onward. I'll look for structural weaknesses. The iron looks sturdy enough, but I'm able to spot some telltale signs of corrosion between the bars and the brick. Now that the defect is apparent, the work of bending the bars will prove a less demanding challenge. Use a pry bar to open the grate. Leveraging my weight on the pry bar causes one of the bars to snap free, leaving enough space to crawl through. Climb through. Carefully squeeze through the opening, steeling myself for what comes next. In the darkness of the tunnel, I hear quiet retching. I press on with offered sympathies. As I progress through the tunnel, a change in the air pressure catches my attention. There is an opening above my head. The walls are slick and coated with waste, but I find handholds carved in either side of a narrow passage leading up. I haul myself out of the pit towards freedom. Ah, into the Vailian Trading Company. The walls are slick and coated with waste, but I find handholds... okay, so out through the toilet of the Vailian Trading Company headquarters. Well, this is one way to get in. Numerous guests appear to have carved their names into the wooden frame of this painting. The lighting in here makes for a flattering reflection. Not sure if this is the best idea. Get in this way.
Enemies ahead.
Dim in the lantern.
Oh, they saw us. Weren't able to stop in time. Here. Oh, no, no. No, they didn't see us. Thankfully. We don't want to get in this badly. We're just going to have to get out the way we came in. Peer down the headquarters latrine, which is scented with fragrant leaves. From the darkness below wafts a more fetid stench. Squeeze through the opening and go down. Pinching our nose shut, we climb down the narrow passage. The muck of lightless abyss rises to welcome us. Okay. Well, we'll leave this as a last get in by any other means. Way in. So we'll go explore... this area.
A giant? One of the Rathun? No, much bigger. Such is the rumor. Sounds like sailor tales to me.
Maybe we should find a room for the night. You would think we'd just sleep on our ship, though. But, you know, night is probably the best time to go find those ruffians. Hello?
In the market for decent footwear? You won't find any cat leather around in my shop. Some of us hold ourselves to a higher standard.
The merchant gestures for me to speak freely. Let me see what you have.
Of course. Come take a look.
Stuff that is way out of our ability to get. Boots of stealth. Shorewalker sandals. Very nice. In the future, when we have coin again. Oh. So that's dead end right there. Let's go find this alley. Good evening. So it's just north this way. Queen's Berth District Home. Interesting.
Will do.
Passerbys have etched a varied selection of raunchy poetry and crude drawings into the brickwork here. Hello?
Well met, stranger. If you feel like investing in protection, I'd be willing to trade iron for copper.
The armorer presents me with a friendly smile. Let me see what you have.
Lots to see. Take your time.
She nods. Plate armor. That's... yeah, that's what about the equivalent of what I'm wearing. Weapons. Some with minor enchantments on them. Now, wonder if this isn't the gang I'm looking for. Kata speaks for me.
So she asked him what he calls that trick, and he says the consuele. You the one causing trouble in Cotter's neighborhood?
The wolf at this man's side raises her hackles and growls. He shushes and pats her behind the ears, all the while keeping his focus trained on me.
I thought Rimaro's pup kept better company.
Kata glances at Seraphim.
Ahoy, friend. So you still be doing that old referring yourself by name thing? Would have thought it'd have cost you enough lays by now to be dropping that affectation.
Cotter has not missed the sound of your voice, Seraphim. Your smoke and mirror ghosts do not impress Kaletzia, and they do not scare Cotter.
A line of drool drips down between the wolf's bared teeth.
Sorry, Vailian names all sound the same to me. Which one is the pretty wolf?
You'll know soon enough.
Kata bares his teeth, too, at Adair. Pull spirits from in between. Smoke and mirrors, I think not. Kata's eyes snap open the instant that he grows aware of the many forms thronging me. The moment passes as I dispel them from view.
Come, Planker. Cotter does not doubt his eyes. What do you want?
Tugs on his wolf's scruff and drags her back to his side. Someone robbed Captain Radora. You have anything to do with that?
Depends. You seeking Vengiata for that house?
Vengeance? Signaling to his mates, Kata tightens his grip on his wolf's scruff. She owed money to Zamar, money I need back.
Cotter heard a newcomer was talking with Zamar.
His free hand moves towards a weapon slung on his belt.
Wrong play, Cotter. Let's be keeping this the friendliest of friendly fucking chats. Lest the captain be calling your raise.
His furred hands rest near his own weapons.
Look, Selezia. Your supper comes with blue fur.
He nudges the wolf, eliciting a deep growl.
Tell the shipwright to accept Cotter's deal before he suffers another setback.
Huh. Tell me my business again, I'll sew your wolf into a pair of boots, amico.
Not Selezia.
His hand goes to the scruff of his companion's neck. A chuckle rises from his mates, which they fight to suppress. Adair tugs at his beard, a sour look on his face.
There's better ways to scare him than threatening innocence.
That wasn't threatening. Oh, his wolf?
Kosi, and whose side are you on? Your Casita or the wolf?
Kata aims a bewildered look at Adair.
No one threatens Cotter, you overstuffed boil.
Knowing my history, Clausia's voyage would be a mercy compared to what I have planned for you. Kata flinches and turns to his crew. He studies each of their faces in turn.
This one's not worth it.
Kata whistles through his teeth. His crew abruptly lower their weapons and stand down. Okay, but I'm gonna need that coin. Principi Priest?
On it.
Broken bottles litter the cobblestones of this narrow street. The air is thick with the reek of dog scat. What is this? Ratiti root. Okay, well, we're gonna need to settle this. You're gonna have to give me the money.
Cotter is done with you.
Kata speaks for me. Well, yeah, I'm still gonna need that money. Okay, Captain Radora owes money to Zamar. The shipwright Zamar's debts have left him vulnerable to a local pirate gang, and he seeks a way out of his trouble. The pirate thugs have been dealt with, and they shouldn't bother Zamar any longer. But that's for Zamar. Okay, well, we have to go back to Zamar, the Queensbrook docks. The dwarf is over here. We should look for a place to sleep after this. Hey, where are you going, dwarf?
Ahoy there. Any news worth telling?
I convinced Kata to leave you alone.
Best news I've heard since I arrived on this rock.
Zamar lowers his hands. They shake like they don't know where to go next. They go back up to his beard, this time less frenzied.
What of Captain Redora?
Zamar pulls at the end of his mustache taut.
Has she sobered up yet? Or do we need to shake her by her ankles?
She was robbed. Don't hold it against her.
Robbed? Abidon's fist.
Blinking, Zamar glances past me and swallows.
Someone's feeling bold to prey on a captain in Queen's Berth. Matters being what they are. Redora's commission is yours, if you can afford it.
Zamar smooths down his mustache and dislodges a small puff of sawdust. I might be interested in buying Redora's commission.
That'll be the Iron Thunderer. A cannon well deserved of her name.
Zamar beams with pride.
Maybe she doesn't stand up to Rawatai standards, but she's got heart. For 1,000 pyres, she'll crack a hull, scour a sail, or splinter a deck like an imp with something to prove.
This is my reward for helping you?
1,000 is plenty less than I offered the seasoned captain.
One of Zamar's bushy eyebrows rises over the other.
My hands are tied. Sorry. Well, I'm here if you ever change your mind.
Okay. There's a lot of places for us to go. We're just down here in Queen's Berth. What did she say? Find Laro Bardato. Laro and his friends often carouse at the tavern, the southwestern bridge, and behind the district's waterfall. The district's waterfall. Southwestern bridge? Well, there's a lot of other places for us to search around. But we should go spend the night at the Wild Mare.